the headlines, President Tinubu vows to protect rule of law, tolerate dissenting voices. Resident doctors begin 7-day warning strike. Federal government inaugurate revamped $115 million on a port container terminal. Russian strikes on Ukraine power grid kill 4. Saudi club Al Ahly offers 65 million euros for Semen. Hello and welcome to Liberty News. I am Zuleyhat Belgubir. Now the news in full. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has vowed to keep promoting the rule of law, adhere to the principles of separation of powers and tolerate dissenting views within the ambit of the laws of Nigeria. Tinubu said his administration had made steady progress in the effort to rebuild the country through legal and judicial reforms. The president spoke in Lagos when he declared open the annual General Conference of the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA). In her keynote address at the conference titled A Social Contract for Nigeria's Future, Director General of the World Trade Organization (WTO), Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, said efforts must be made to accelerate national growth and development, stressing that Nigeria has all it takes to succeed. Tinubu, who was represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, acknowledged NBA's sterling history of championing democratic ideals as well as promoting the rule of law in Nigeria. Vice President Kashim Shettima has emphasized the significance of marital and family values in nation building. Shettima, who was a special guest, spoke at the wedding ceremony of Victor Egbetokun, son of the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Kayode Egbetokun, in Lagos. The report.
Shettima called on parents and couple to exercise patience and love their families, which will reflect on the larger Nigerian society.
We had APC governors and PDP governors. We have Reverend Joel Inyami, the former governor of Taraba State. He is of APC complexion. But because of the quality of leadership, the inclusivity that Governor Kepas is exhibiting in bringing together a community of nations. Your Excellency, keep up the good works. I'm here because of your quality of leadership. If you are a divisive leader, I will use every platform to criticize you.
The Vice President praised the IGP's exemplary character.
To my friend, IGP Egbetokun, Abraham Lincoln said most men can survive the extremes of adversity, but to test
on Saturday also reflected on the bittersweet nature of parenthood.
I say very little to the digital couple. Our chairman of the occasion, Governor Sharif, has done it already. Governor Sharif is married with 2 wives, so it's an authority on the institution of marriage and can easily, he's a pastor and has 2 wives. I'm glad to do this.
A 7-day warning strike across all of its centers nationwide. The resident doctor strike is to clamor for the release of its kidnapped member, Dr. Ganiat Kupola, who has been in captivity for over 8 months. NARD President Dr. Dele Abdullahi, who said this in a statement, noted that the strike will begin today, Monday, August 26, 2024, at 12 a.m. Abdullahi disclosed that the decision was made during the virtual Emergency National Executive Council meeting held on Sunday, August 25, 2024. He said the warning strike will last for 1 week and will be total, as there will be no emergency care. Meanwhile, the federal government has moved to reduce the scourge of malaria with the choice of Africa's richest person, Aliko Dangote, astute businessman. Education Minister Tahir Rahman says underage candidates will no longer be allowed to sit for secondary school living examinations. The minister stated this on a television program. He said the federal government has instructed the West African Examinations Council (WAEC) and the National Examinations Council (NECO) to comply with the directive on 18 years age limit examination. UTME, organized by the JAMB, remained 18 years. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS Food and Cultural Festival, says its upcoming festival, upholding in Nigeria, is aimed at promoting food security, poverty alleviation, and zero tolerance for hunger in 16 ECOWAS countries. Its Director General, Ambassador Felix Ihonre, said this at the preparatory interministerial stakeholders meeting on ECOWAS Food and Cultural Festival in Abuja. The report.
The Economic Community of West African State Food and Cultural Festival is scheduled to hold in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State from October 6th to 11th this year. ECOWAS Director General, Ambassador Felix Ihonre, said that the festival would bring together key players in the food security and security structure to provide solutions to security challenges that hindered farming and agricultural production in Nigeria and other West African states.
Together, all the key players in the security structure. They will bring together all the key players in food security as well as food harmonization. And that is why, one, after this summit, after this festival, there will be follow-up projects and activities. These follow-up projects and activities are going to be the hub of activities in the areas of golf tournaments. We'll be having a float train carnival. We'll be having the opening ceremony, men, women, and youth forum. We'll be having forum of local government chairmen, permanent secretaries, beauty pageant, which is going to showcase ECOWAS beauty as well as their costumes as well as a function. So a lot of activities is going to take place in Calabar.
In his remarks, Oladunjoye Musiliu, the Director, International Organizations, Political Economy Affairs, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, urged the relevant stakeholders to ensure success of the festival.
Just try to encourage the organizer to put everything in place.
The program aims to promote the rich cultural heritage of Nigeria and bring together stakeholders from all walks of life to articulate positive action plans as well as strategies on how to end poverty in the country. In Abuja, Kabiru Abdurauf reports.
Benue State, while traveling to Enugu for Catholic Medical Students Conference, was killed during the rescue operation. Egbetoku made this disclosure while addressing a press conference at FOR's headquarters in Abuja on Sunday in company of Benue State Governor, Vice Chancellor of Universities of Jos and Maiduguri, Commissioners of Police, FCT, and Benue State Police Command, the rescued medical students, and some of their parents. He also revealed that 2 other members of the notorious gang were arrested during the operation. The crackdown on economic saboteurs has intensified with the arrest of 21 suspected oil thieves by the troops of the 6th Division of the Nigerian Army in the Niger Delta. The troops also clamped down on 43 illegal refineries and deactivated them, confiscating 120,000 liters of stolen products. The acting Deputy Director of 6th Division Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Danjuma Juna Danjuma, said in Bayelsa State, troops in conjunction with other security agencies arrested 12 pipeline vandals at Ojobo community in Ekeremo local government area. The suspects were arrested with a barge loaded with 1 swamp buggy, a tugboat, and many vandalized Shell Production Development Company pipes. While commending troops of their relentless efforts, the General Officer commanding the 6th Division Nigerian Army, Major General Jamal Abdulsalam, charged them with scaling up operations against economic sabotage and sundry crimes. Meanwhile, 2 police officers have been killed and 3 others are unconscious following a clash between police operatives and members of Proscribed Islamic Movement of Nigeria, IMN, popularly known as the Shiites in Wuse area of Abuja. Spokesperson for the Federal Capital Territory FCT Police Command, Josephine Ade, confirmed the attack, which happened on Sunday, describing the attack as unprovoked while accusing the group of destroying 3 police patrol vehicles. According to Ade, the IMN members attacked some personnel of the Nigeria Police Force attached to the FCT command at Wuse Junction by a traffic light. Reacting to the incident, the FCT Police Commissioner, Benneth Igwe, condemned the attack, noting that several arrests have been made. The CP pledged to bring all the perpetrators of the attack to book. Bandits have abducted over 150 persons and rustled over 1,000 cattle in some villages in Gobir Emirate of Sokoto State. The incident happened few days after the death in kidnappers' den of the Emir of Gobir, Alhaji Isa Muhammad Bawa, who was also the district head of Gatawa. Confirming the latest abductions, Professor Bello Bada of the Department of English, Usmanu Danfodio University, Sokoto, said it was unfortunate that bandits had returned to their dastardly operations in the area just a few days after the death of the district head. A member of the Sokoto State House of Assembly representing Sabon Birni North, Aminu Boza, said a total of 151 people were abducted between Samaye and Sabon Birni. The lawmaker appealed to the federal government to listen to the plight of the residents of Sabon Birni. You can also watch us live on our social media platforms at Liberty TV News. Still to come, FG to inaugurate revamped $115 million on airport container terminal. Russian strikes on Ukraine power grid kill 4. Saudi club Al Ahly offers 65 million euros for Osimhen. These and others after the break. Please stay with us.
That gives civil rights and justice for all. Nigerian voices will be heard. We are the voice for the people. We bring you news, entertainment, current affairs and politics. Station you can trust with numerous awards. The #1 for Nigeria, indigenous, bilingual news platform. From the north with national flavor. Liberty TV and radio, broadcast house of your choice. Voice for all. Liberty TV and radio, bilingual news platform. We are the voice for all. You see, Liberty is a station that we love so much. I would like to acknowledge the people who give it the best of the best. Under the able and dynamic Dr. Ahmed Tijani Ramalan, the station's executive chairman. Much love. Salute. Issues in the news, can it be true? Voice for all. Liberty World News, Obodo Naija. Voice for all. Guest of the week, democracy in practice. Voice for all. Truba Democratia. Voice for all. Spotlight, Health Matter. Voice for all. Gamzati Magazine Program. Voice for all. Yalla Bari Dunia. Voice for all. Movies and documentaries. Voice for all. We have numerous programs, but this is how far we can go. You can watch and listen to us online.
Many thanks for staying with us. We now continue with the rest of the news. The President, Bola Tinubu, will officially inaugurate the upgraded West Africa Container Terminal in Onne, Rivers State next week, Wednesday. The terminal operator disclosed in a statement on Sunday. According to the statement, the unprecedented upgrade project, valued at $115 million, approximately 178.2 billion naira, commenced at West African Container Terminal, WACT, in 2021. It added that the terminal operated by APM Terminals in Onne, Rivers State, is Nigeria's largest and most efficient container terminal outside Lagos. The managing director of WACT, Jithu Jose, remarked that the completion of the upgrade marks a significant milestone in the history of Nigerian ports. Meanwhile, the Tunisian presidency, in a statement posted on social media, says President Kais Saied has replaced without explanation various ministers, including from Foreign Affairs and Defense. The effort to reshuffle replaced 19 ministers and 3 state secretaries just days after Saied sacked the former prime minister ahead of presidential elections on October 6. Saied was democratically elected in 2019 but orchestrated a sweeping power grab in 2021 and is now seeking another term in the upcoming elections. He has referred to his candidacy as part of a war of liberation and self-determination aiming to establish a new republic, while a number of his political opponents are currently in jail or being prosecuted. Earlier this week, Human Rights Watch HRW, a global watchdog, said Tunisian authorities have prosecuted, convicted, or electricity system operator Ucraniagro was forced to introduce emergency power cuts to stabilize the system following the barrage while train schedules were disrupted. Explosions from what appeared to be air defenses could be heard in the capital, Kyiv, in the morning, while